That's annoying. I think that's kind of annoying. The beeping is annoying. We need a new opener. Hey, it's me. It's the Sheeple Shepherd podcast, the first live one ever, all by myself. This is so much fun. If only I had like a co-host. We normally do it in the same room, but Ashley's in the upcoming new studio. Hey, honey,
Hello. How we
how are
doing?
you? I'm very good.
I'm very
How are
comfy.
you? Yeah, is it good down there?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
look like you're sitting on some sort of a throne.
Yeah.
Is it nice?
Yeah. It's delightful. I'm very happy here.
Good. I'm glad. It's the first live Sheeple Shepherd podcast that we've ever done. So be prepared for a lot of technical glitches and a lot of horrible things to happen. I'm sure it's going to happen.
How bad
But
can it
we got
be?
lots to talk about today, though. We have a
We do.
lot of things to talk about, and actually some
Yeah.
things that we didn't even promo because doing live shows, shit happens,
It's just
and
it.
something big happened tonight, and it was that what's his name? That Brian Laundry. Is it Laundry or Landry?
It's laundry.
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 Okay, so Laundry. They found a body, I guess, and now they've confirmed it's him. We snagged some video. You want to watch it?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's check out. See what he said. What does it say?
Has confirmed that Brian Laundrie is dead and the human remains found in the woods yesterday are his. 13 Stan Maddox is following all the events tonight live from the park with some new information. Okay, I know this just was released just a few minutes ago, Dan.
That's right, Kelly. The FBI confirming really what a lot of us had suspected since yesterday. They tweeted out at 5:39 this evening, put out a tweet the FBI did from Denver, their Denver office, saying a comparison of dental records confirmed that the human remains found at the reserve are those of Brian Laundrie. Meanwhile, the search for additional remains continues here at the reserve. Cadaver dogs were back at the nature preserve Thursday, which may indicate the human remains that were found Wednesday might be scattered.
Our thoughts and prayers are with Gabby and the families here. This is tragic.
Yesterday, the FBI found Brian Laundrie's backpack and notebook near unidentified human remains. The FBI had not been able to search the area where the remains were found until now because it had been underwater.
Today when I walked back there, I got to see firsthand the treacherous conditions that they were working on. We're talking about water levels up above almost the chest area, rattlesnakes, moccasins, alligators.
Brian's parents were not at the preserve Thursday after leaving the day before, noticeably upset. The family attorney says there is a high probability the human remains that were found are Brian's.
I'm just still thinking about Gabby, not even Brian. Gabby.
Jane Kornberger lives 5 miles away from the nature preserve and joined a group of people here waiting for answers. She was upset when some law enforcement who aren't leading the investigation stood in front of cameras without any real new information.
Complete disappointment. They came out to say they were working in treacherous conditions, which we knew. We've known that for a month.
The Laundrie family reported Brian missing on September 17th after he left their home 5 days earlier. Brian remains a person of interest in the death of his fiancee, Gabby Petito, whose body was found strangled in Wyoming following their month-long road trip out west.
All of America's watching, okay? But we'll never jeopardize an investigation to give that information out until the time is right. And this is video that we just got into our newsroom moments ago from the Brian Laundrie family.
I want to know if anybody has checked on Dog the Bounty Hunter to make sure he's okay. I know he was really looking to grab onto that clout
sure
to try
his
and catch
ego's-
this guy.
Yeah, I'm sure his ego's bruised.
I hope somebody has got him and consoling him very, very nicely.
That lady said it though. You know what? Fuck that guy. It's about Gabby, and it's honestly a bit of a shame that they found him dead because you know what? I would have liked some answers from him.
Okay, but at the same time, who the hell was she? And who cares what she thinks? She's just some nosy Floridian standing there wanting answers from police officers. Like they said, these people are angry.
Didn't
Why?
say she wasn't a Karen.
Who the fuck are you? Like, what's it got anything to do with you?
I'm
Whatever.
from around here. Okay.
Yeah. I deserve these answers.
You better tell me stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, so they've confirmed it was him, and so that puts this to bed finally. I'm glad the Petito family can get some closure now, and that guy's dead. Yeah, it sucks that he's not going to rot in prison or get a death penalty, but whatever. He's dead. It's over. Let's all move on.
It's definitely over.
I'm tired of hearing about Dog the Bounty Hunter. I really am. What else is going on? What are we doing today? It's so funny. I do live shows lots with Dean, but somebody else produces them. Usually it's either Dean or Chris Rook does it in the background. Do you know how hard this is? Do you know how hard this is? While I'm looking at this, I'm trying to talk to you.
You're making it look great.
I don't know. Check this out. We got comments. Look, there's
Yay.
Offload today. That's Brad Hopper. Thanks, buddy.
Hello.
You are witnessing history for sure. History
Thanks for
is
being
going
here.
down in flames. We're going to talk about Facebook today. We're going to talk about COVID, anti-vax idiots taking medication from Big Pharma, even though they don't want to take a shot from Big Pharma.
Yep.
And then we're going to talk about your dirty friends, your friends that eat the dirt. Apparently they're up to something new.
It never ends.
What do you want to start with? I'll let you pick. You know what? It doesn't matter which order we go in here. So I'm going to let you pick. What do you want to talk about first?
Well, I think we should roll with Facebook first.
You want to talk about Facebook?
Yeah, because that's
All right.
a steaming pile, and it's a big one to get through.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
And it all started with that Frances Hogan, and she kind of blew the doors open on what was going on with Facebook. Then we all kind of knew what was happening with Facebook, but she really kind of, put it in a neat little package and sold it to us to tell us that, hey, Facebook's really screwing you over and they're really doing bad things and it's horrible.
Signed Facebook. Like it was,
yeah.
It's not just like speculation at that point, right? It's
exactly.
like, oh yeah, here's the paperwork that says that we did this and we're not sorry.
So, and it was all about reactions, like in how people interact with Facebook, and they kind of like, they learned your rhythms and your algorithms and how you interact. And they found out that Facebook really gets active when people get angry as opposed to when they're happy. So
Sad's a good one too. They like to push sad.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So,
and how many times have you found me crying watching a video of somebody's coming home and they haven't seen their dog in months and I'm just weeping, and
those aren't sad, those are happy. That's the difference.
But tears of joy, that's another thing. It's all
it's
about
an emotion.
It's extreme emotion. Yeah.
Yeah. So if they focus just on people coming home and hugging their dogs, I'm sure Facebook would be fine.
No,
but they're actually doing a lot of damage. Let's watch a bit of what she testified towards or about with Congress. I've got
I believe Facebook's products harm children, stoke division, and weaken our democracy. The company's leadership knows how to make Facebook and Instagram safer, but won't make the necessary changes because they have put their astronomical profits before people. Almost no one outside of Facebook knows what happens inside of Facebook. The company intentionally hides vital information from the public, from the US government, and from governments around the world. The algorithms are very smart in the sense that they latch on to things that people want to continue to engage with. And unfortunately, in the case of teen girls and things like self-harm, they develop these feedback cycles where children are using Instagram as to self-soothe, but then are exposed to more and more content that makes them hate themselves. The choices being made inside of Facebook are disastrous for our children, for our public safety, for our privacy, and for our democracy. While important, these will not get to the core of the issue, which is that no one truly understands the destructive choices made by Facebook except Facebook. We can afford nothing less than full transparency. As long as Facebook is operating in the shadows, hiding its research from public scrutiny, it is unaccountable. Until the incentives change, Facebook will not change. So the idea that 20% of your users could be facing serious mental health issues and that's not a problem is shocking. I also want to emphasize for people that eating disorders are serious, right? There are going to be women walking around this planet in 60 years with brittle bones because of choices that Facebook made around emphasizing profit today.
So Facebook went and they said in defense, like they put obviously a defense out, and they said that
poor ones.
they've got studies that social media, Instagram is good for teen girls and blah blah blah, and one of the somebody refuted it, saying, well, if that's the case, then why aren't we experiencing a golden age right now with mental health for teenage girls?
No kidding.
If that's the case, because
if anything,
everybody's on. No, go ahead.
I was going to say, if anything, it's at an all-time high. Mental health issues are massive right now, and the pandemic's only made things worse. People are going to be staying home, and kids are online for school now. They're going to be glued to devices. And you can't monitor them at all times, right? You don't even know what they're looking at on there.
Right. Now Zuckerberg's gone, and he's doubled down and said that he wants to make a metaverse, and he wants to do all these other fun things. And it's I don't get it. The guy is so disconnected and so lost. What I wanted to show some examples that you were able to show, because you can report stuff on social media
you can try.
that violates their terms of service and their guidelines and their community standards. And Twitter has every social media platform that's not the new Donald Trump Facebook has stuff like that. And
I can't wait to see that.
Facebook's is a little odd, and in what it decides it wants to actually give you shit for. I myself was removed from Facebook a few times, and it's funny because we broadcast this out onto Facebook, and we put our podcast out, our podcast pages on Facebook, and it's kind of a necessary evil just because a lot of people don't want to switch over. They don't want to move to Twitter. I hardly go on there anymore personally, just because of the COVID crap. COVID sucks on Facebook, and the misinformation is rampant. And there's even a special reporting tool to report medical misinformation. And these people have figured out a way around it, it seems. And
they're so smart.
Can you tell us a bit about how they're doing it? I'm gonna throw some slides up, and you tell us what. Well, this one's I guess it's kind of has a breaking news. The U.S. Navy Secretary under Lloyd Austin threatens to make Navy SEALs pay back the cost of their training if they don't get vaxxed, which is bullshit. We've looked at that, and that's not a thing. But what are we looking at?
You put a slash in between those two X's there, and all of a sudden, Facebook doesn't know that that's what vaccinated means. It doesn't.
So does that end up with one of those, this might be COVID information or whatever?
No.
Warning labels, it says,
nope.
For more information.
Nope.
So here's another one: breaking the graphene oxide DNA juice sequencing explained in the 5G, spelled GEE for those that aren't watching on YouTube. And then, so explain this. And this one you can actually expand on a bit, because it says link with some arrows pointing down. What is this person pointing to?
Oh, they're pointing to the comment section, their actual thread of the trash that they've posted. And what they've gone and done is let you know that you can come and check the comments for even more bullshit related to the initial bullshit. So if you open that up, there's likely going to be a link to Telegram or Parler or something gross where you're allowed to say whatever you want.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here, and
this is beautiful. Oh my God.
Full disclosure. Ashley went deep in on this one person, because this person is an absolute psycho and has a great, it was just a treasure trove of things we could actually share with you.
There's a couple other folks peppered in there from an anti-vax Facebook group that makes me just laugh my ass off too.
But so when you go in and you report something like this, what happens?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. You can get 500 people to report it. It doesn't matter.
See, like this one here, still think
can say
5G is a joke.
Yeah, you can
And
report it
you're
as false medical information. You can say that it's false information regarding a social issue. Like, it's ridiculous. It doesn't
yeah.
matter. Yeah.
Here's
Oh my
another.
God.
There it is. VTED. V/TED. I guess that means vaccinated. If
Yeah.
you are vaccinated, so they're getting away with not having the algorithm pick up the word vaccinated.
Now,
They sure do like to use pictures, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. You know how I'm sure that they do a lot of great work with crayons at home, but
Oh yeah.
it's I just don't understand people like this. Like, what are you using to post this? You're using the internet, right?
Right.
Oh. Oh, well, why are you safe from the 5G?
You're probably
Oh.
posting this from your 5G powered phone.
Oh, this person sells bands that you can strap to yourself that supposedly protect you from 5G. So it's
Oh, they
weird
sell.
that
They sell you something, do they?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Or they're like
great.
an influencer and they get a percentage when you click the link to their trash or whatever, right? But it's just like, come on.
It's like Tara says here, more and more I feel Facebook is becoming so useless. I couldn't agree more. It's just it's such a minefield now, and it's catching people that you wouldn't even have thought 2 years ago that were crazy, and just it sucked them right in. Like it's
Wow.
insane.
I have
Like
deleted
look at
so many people recently. It's been beautiful.
this, right?
Oh, this kills me.
Yeah, when after what I saw this morning, if you aren't protecting yourself from the spike protein shedding come dark winter. So dark winter. So this is another one that I've heard a few about. Dark winter, you will be in really bad shape. Don't believe me? Go see. And she's got those arrows again. I'm guessing she's pointing to
That's a Telegram link in the comments.
That's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
That's so funny. What do we got here?
Well, you got to know that one specifically. It's not her fault because she's actually a prophet and God told her that.
Oh, this one, she's a prophet. So this has religious nuttery included as well.
It's all rolled into a big old ball, this one.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Oh my
what's this
God.
one here? Sorry, this one here.
Aborted fetal kidney tissue. Tissue.
Chris here says, I've seen the same behavior on Instagram. We have to remember it's just as bad. It's because it's owned by the same company.
Yeah.
And I believe they use the same vetting processes and things. I was kicked off for calling a bird a bitch once. I took a picture of a robin. Yeah, I said she didn't quarantine, and I said she was a lying bitch, and I got kicked off for 7 days for bullying. But these are okay. We can tell people that the vaccine was made with aborted fetuses and kidney tissue.
Oh my God!
I just don't get the kidney tissue part. Like, why kidney tissue?
I don't know. This person sells dirt too. Like, is there a lot of sense?
Is this one of those? This is one of those as well.
Yes.
Oh,
it's
yeah. Okay.
Everything. It's like anti-vax. I drink dirt. It's 5G's evil. It's insane. It's everything.
Well, a couple of the things that I've noticed when it comes to anti-vaxxers, and I don't mean vaccine hesitant people, which I'm at this point, I'm starting to get a little less patient with even the hesitant portion, just because we're this far in now. Okay. I get it. Talk to your doctor. If you're still hesitant after speaking to your actual doctor and you don't have like an actual reason not to get vaccinated,
yes,
you're now treading into the anti-vax side of things and whatever. But what fascinates me is they're starting to tread into the waters of using other treatments instead, and which aren't good. They're not.
Well, and it's a friend of mine actually pointed this out to me recently because somebody they're actually watching. I'm very excited. They said, why is it that all of these people freak out and say, like, why aren't you reading the vaccine inserts? And it's like, the vaccine insert that Big Pharma made, so you trust that.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why would they print the thing? Okay, like, There's no point. There's no, like you said, is you just keep moving the goalposts back. You can't fight it. They
just keep
they
moving
drop
it.
that, and then they just go to the next thing.
Yeah, no, it's insane. Brad says the new name change will be fine. Everything will be good after that. And
Oh yeah.
this is how stupid. This is how stupid Mark Zuckerberg thinks you are. He thinks that rebranding this company with the new name or whatever is going to change stuff. And Dean was talking about it on his show the other day. I think it was yesterday. They were talking about Oculus, that virtual reality world that that Facebook developed, and they're literally trying to make it a real thing where that's where you're going to live. Like you're going to sit your ass on a couch. You're going to have a job in that virtual world. You're going to have a family in that virtual. You're just going to be. It's like a sci-fi movie.
So
and this is so crazy.
Facebook can lie to me in another dimension.
Yeah, it'll be great. At least it'll be, you can put fun things up. But back to what I was
great for everybody's mental health, just living in a giant simulation. Like what?
Yeah. So there'll be more things coming out this week with name changes and such. Like if you read his apology, I was going to pull it, but I didn't even want to give it any more breath. It wasn't even an apology; it was an explanation against what Francis Hogan said. And it was condescending, utter bullshit. Like he thinks you're an asshole. You're an idiot. You're dumb.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to what anti-vaxxers are doing now. Instead of taking the vaccine, their cheerleader in chief. Let's watch him for a second.
And turns out I got COVID. So we immediately threw the kitchen sink at it. All kinds of meds. It's monoclonal antibodies, ivermectin, Z-Pak, prednisone, everything. And I also got an NAD drip and a vitamin drip.
Yeah. Okay. So we don't have to go into
gray.
Yeah. I'm dying of COVID and I've taken all of these things. And I actually, if anything, it was probably the cure that was killing him more than the disease. And that's what I want to talk about. So let's talk about what he says he took. And he says he took ivermectin for one. And he was with, what's his name, Sanjay Gupta from CNN and trying to make him look like an asshole because CNN was saying he was taking horse dewormer. And
well, yeah, he was backpedaling.
Yeah. And it was like, no, I took the human version and Sanjay wanted to see it. He said he had it. And then apparently that was a big joke. I didn't watch I can't watch 3 hours of Joe Rogan. I just can't do it. So I watch him in little spurts. And I don't know like we talked about this the other day. He's great as an interviewer. He was fantastic. When that started, I loved him. And he went off and he's pushing that dirt shit that you were talking about too. But let's talk about
fighters are all into it, right?
Yeah, I just want to talk about what he was saying about like Z-Pak, which is also known as Zithromax or azithromycin, and it's used to treat certain bacterial infections.
Yes,
which COVID is not.
No,
in many different parts of the body, the medicine may mask or delay the symptoms of syphilis.
Oh,
it's not effective against syphilis. Like we're not even talking about a viral infection like COVID, and it belongs to a class of drugs.
Masking something doesn't sound like a great idea.
But it's not even like that's what it's saying. It's not used for this. Don't use it.
No, but I'm sure he's got it anyway.
Yeah. So this is from the Mayo Clinic telling you that this is not good. Now, this was my favorite. Was the prednisone. And the prednisone, this is also did I get that? Yeah, I got this from the Mayo Clinic as well. I just this part here alone. So these are the people that say don't take it. The cure is worse than the illness. So from the Mayo Clinic, this medicine may cause you to get more infections than usual. Avoid people who are sick or have infections and wash your hands often. If you're exposed to chickenpox or measles, tell your doctor right away. If you start to have fever, chills, sore throat, or any other signs of an infection, call your doctor right away. Check with your doctor if you have blurred vision. Get checked by an ophthalmologist. When you're being treated with prednisone, don't have immunizations or vaccines. Don't worry, they won't. Without your doctor's approval, prednisone may lower your body's resistance and the vaccine may not work. You may get an infection the vaccine was meant to prevent. In addition, you shouldn't be around other people living in your household who receive live virus vaccines because there's a chance they could give you the virus. This literally knocks your immune system out.
Yep.
And this jackass talks about DMT and eating fucking caribou or whatever the hell he does to, I'm my body's a temple. I do. He literally took a pill that kicks the living shit out of you.
Mm-hmm.
This medicine may cause changes in mood or behavior for some patients. Tell your doctor right away if you have depression, mood swings, false, unusual sense of self-being, trouble with sleeping. This medicine might cause thinning of the bones, osteoporosis, slow growth in children if used for a long time. Like this is last ditch shit. Like if you got to be fucked to take something like this instead of 0.3 milliliters of a fucking vaccine.
Yeah.
That's proven safe.
I've been put on prednisone before. I had a violent allergic reaction to something that we couldn't pinpoint. And I was in the hospital and I was swollen, so swollen and patchy.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I was wearing an angry cactus suit that somebody had microwaved. It was like hot and pokey. And that was about the only thing that saved me. And yeah, it sucks. It's kind of like a weird every drug. They just like, it's one of those, let's throw it at the wall and see what sticks. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
What? Like, why would you use that for that? Like it
And that's what Chris here says, the same thing. The fact Rogan downplayed the severity of COVID and then through the pharmacy added as reason enough to send him to Mars. You're right. I said put him in a cannon to the sun. So we were kind of on the same page. It was it's horrible. Like it's and he's the first one to be, he's very anti what do you call it? He's anti big pharma. Like he's like, oh, you just let your own body do its thing, and you've been.
Yeah, it's a machine. You heal yourself.
He's a walking fucking contradiction.
Yep.
So I had to look into some of this thing, and some of the things that he was on, that monoclonal antibodies are actually doing very well in keeping people out of hospital. But once again, he's in the United States. He's a very wealthy man. This isn't something that somebody down in the middle of like some podunk poor town is affording to do. They're not lining up to go get monoclonal antibody treatments. Like you're looking at $15,000 to $30,000 it costs without insurance. When all you had to do was get a fucking vaccine.
Yep.
Like all you had to and they were free. So, it just drives me. It drives me absolutely.
That's one
insane.
of my favorite things is big pharma's obviously making all this money, and everybody's an idiot, and I'm like, I didn't pay for this. What are you talking about? Like I don't pay for a lot of drugs here. Actually, it's going really well.
Yeah.
Bill,
neighbor Bill says it's mind numbing indeed, and I just don't. I don't get it. So, what else, Ashley? Are they doing? What else are they taking?
Oh my goodness! Oh no!
Tell me more. Tell me what else. Like, and this might be a little out of the pharmaceutical realm. Obviously, I don't think you can get this prescribed at the
dirt. You
can get prescribed at your local landfill.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I've never seen a sack of dirt with like a label on it.
So if you've been keeping up with the Sheeple Shepherd podcast, the last 4 or 5 episodes, Ashley did a very deep dive. We literally had to tie a fucking rope around her waist.
I'm still swimming in it.
To be able to pull her back out. Going after a company called Black Oxygen Organics. And this is the company, you've heard it here. You've heard it on Dean's show. You've heard it. Actually, it's been on Rogan's show. These are people that have found a pile of dirt in northern or northeastern Ontario. And no,
I'm just laughing. I'm just licking my lips at the thought of eating dirt.
Yeah. And they say that what does it have in it that they say that is so magically delicious?
It's supposedly fulvic and humic acid.
It's so funny every time you tell me about it, and it's so true. Like the first thing that comes to my my mind is when you say fulvic, I go fulva, mulva. And I always forget the second one. So it's fulvic and humic. Humic acid. Okay.
Yeah. So it's basically just what it's the compound that's left behind after things decompose.
So rot.
Yeah.
So things rotted out.
Delicious rot.
And
get it in ya.
Okay.
so I don't want. Oh my god! And this is just it. And this is how these people tie into this. That's right. They'd rather not go and get vaccinated or take proper care of themselves. I'm sure that they're eating like elderberry goo and like whatever else they can get their hands on. And I'm fine if you want to add a couple of supplements to your diet to do whatever. Like talk to your doctor, make sure it's not interacting with things like medications you might be on or conditions you might have. But like these people did. What's up? These people went straight to drinking landfill waste.
And that's literally what it is, right? Like we're not making that up. Like we're not just being
woo.
Yeah, we're not just being funny. It's literally just it's dirt from a bog.
Because there is a hilarious side to this, don't get me wrong, but like it's dangerous. It's damn dangerous what these people are doing.
Eating dirt has like I remember and I try to be as scientific and I try to be as well versed in having backgrounds and things. I'm gonna go a little off the beaten path here, but I remember as a child, my mom telling me, Ryan, don't eat dirt. And I looked at her with dirt around my mouth. What? Okay. And I never ate dirt again. And it didn't do me any favors and it didn't taste good. Why the fuck are people eating dirt?
She sounds like
is it just a market? She was it a marketing thing? Like what's happened?
Well, there was a man.
There was a man.
You're just picturing like the opening to Star Wars where it just keeps.
Yeah.
So there's this crazy guy from Sudbury. And his name is Mark Saint Ange or Duck L'Orange, the quack.
Duck L'Orange. Yes. Duck L'Orange. He's the quack.
Yes. Yeah. And the guy
he's my quack. He's my quackadoo.
Yeah, oh my god. He's the bane of my existence currently. I go to bed thinking about this shit, and I'm like, I hate these people. Like,
you don't shut the fuck up about it. It's actually it's gotten to a point now where it's. I thought we were just going to stop talking about it, but we just apparently can't stop talking about it.
Well, and this is okay. So this I was discussing.
I was going to say
that's a whole other can of worms. So
I just imported it. I had to make sure it was working.
The Mudman. Mark St. Ange. Okay. Mm-hmm. Ridiculous. This guy traveled around, found out people were using like mud for different things. And we've all heard of like, mud
he found that out from his mommy though, didn't he? Didn't he just pick that up from his mom?
No, his mommy sent him on a research trip because she had like some kind of skincare like academy of some sorts, which like I don't want to speculate too hard. I don't want to talk shit about his mom. But I'm going to guarantee you it's like some kind of
I'm going to guarantee you she's dead, so we're probably it'll be okay.
Still, I guarantee you it's some kind of like multi-level marketing inception shit where it was like she was running a company and she was like, go forth and find me mud. And she was recruiting other people to fuck their lives up some other way. Anyway, so this guy went to Germany, found out that mud was like a hot commodity. And he was like, well, start shipping me that mud. And that wasn't going so hot anymore. And he was like, well, there's got to be some mud in Canada. Like, check this place out. So he went to like the closest bogs to him, just like, in his hood. Because, wherever you can drive to, obviously, is where you start.
I was just going to say, well, and how convenient.
Of course. Of course. What do you mean his office is located 11 minutes away from this bog? That's what a perfect location.
That's wild.
Oh, what do they call that? It's kismet.
Kismet.
So anyway,
that's Italian.
Yeah, obviously.
Anyway,
I don't know if he stuck a straw in there or what, but like the guy got really excited, started scooping it up and like rubbing it on people, giving it out in
yeah,
bags, dripping essential oils into it because like,
it
like,
stunk.
and again, I'm gonna guarantee you, MLM Inception, it was probably some shit company,
They,
and like
they hooked up with what's the name of the oil one?
hooked up with Young Living.
Yeah, they hooked up with that guy that killed his wife or the baby or
I
something.
was gonna
That
say
like
it was his
this,
baby, and he's dead
it's
now, but
it's a oh my god, I get them mixed up. These people are so crazy.
and this is
So
just it.
he gets this company, he gets this dirt, he starts selling people dirt, literally just selling them like he's a really good salesman, puts
Yep,
together a marketing package to make you believe that eating dirt is good for you.
totally.
And finally people are kind of looking and going, no, that's
Well,
bullshit. And
and this is
what happened here in Canada?
oh, well, I have a really nice group of friends that got their
Mhm.
shit together really fast, and
Okay.
they kind of found me and they were like, "Hey, yeah, come on in." And they showed me exactly what was going on with this stuff, and we kind of amassed a group of people that were like disgusted, and pissed off enough, and just hate multi-level marketing and know that this is just a dumpster fire. And we were like, if you see like the bullshit claims, you want to report that, like, and here's the link to do it at, like, just like help us out because obviously more
Mhm.
voices are better than six or seven of us. And Health Canada was like, holy shit, what do you mean people are eating dirt? Give that back, and they recalled it.
So only Health Canada though, right?
Well,
What's going
apparently,
on down in the States? Because that so here you can't buy it. Like that it's been blacklisted. They said no more. You can't sell it here. You
well,
can't.
the issue is that distributors already had a stock.
Right. So what happens
And
with that? Like if they get caught selling that to somebody, will they get in trouble?
probably here, but in the States, I understand that they have different rules, so they're kind of like skirting around things, and they're still selling the recall dirt to people. But
So,
yeah,
so
right,
here,
and
so obviously there's still a bunch of people here that are brainwashed, which is a
yeah,
funny word for muddy things. Um, and they're still meeting constantly. Like I walk in the kitchen. I'm not kidding. I walk in the kitchen and I hear Ashley's on a Zoom call, and I'm like, I think, oh, maybe it's for her work
shut up.
because Ashley has a real job with a real career, and oh, I better be quiet. Meanwhile, I'm hearing people talking about dirt again, and it's like, are you
No,
on this?
no, I'm on mute, just listening to shit. You just go ahead, honey. Say
You're
whatever you
seriously
want.
like she's this is how deep she's weaseled in,
It's
and
just coffee talk with John. It's fine.
she's gotten in to their insider meetings, and here what they're doing is absolutely criminal. And
Well,
this
to
is
be
what
fair, it's not
this was
hard.
about.
Yeah, well,
This
and
what are we looking at here?
everybody always talks about, how multi-level marketing is like, well, damn, that's awfully close to a pyramid scheme.
And
But
that's kind of it,
because of this
or a
recall,
Ponzi.
right? And that's the territory that we're definitely treading into here. So they currently don't have a product. It's been recalled. They said we're going to reformulate this stuff. We're going to fix the landfill dirt. Um I don't- and
How
apparently
do you fix?
apparently people were pissed because that entailed adding vitamin C to the dirt. And it was like,
Oh,
yeah. And people were like, well,
well,
I saw somebody say I'm allergic to vitamin C, and I damn near fell out of my chair that day. But
the
what they're
dirt's
doing
fine.
here, yeah, dirt's fine, but yeah, the vitamin C, I can't handle it.
Okay.
So they don't have a product to sell right now, but they're giving out bonuses for recruiting people to sell what?
Memberships?
I, I don't know. Looks like a hey, right?
You know what I mean?
So if you're not selling something and you're giving out large bonuses for actually just recruiting people,
See, this is what I this is
looking a little triangular.
Are they a publicly traded company? Do you know?
Kind of like the middle of that logo with the big fucking pyramid in it. It's almost like they're trying to tell you something.
Are they publicly traded? Do you know?
I don't believe so.
I don't see how they would be allowed on any sort of stock exchange, to tell you the truth. But I mean, like, it sounds like we talked about this, and it sounded to me like, okay, this sounds like a capital investment ploy. Like, okay, give us money, we'll make you shareholders in the company, and you're going to help us put vitamin C in the fucking dirt, I guess.
In the dirt.
Yeah, which is illegal. You can't do that unless you're you abide by publicly traded company rules.
This is half of the issue, though. Like, it was like they just like stamped some directions on the bag and sent the shit off, and it was like, wait, and like Health Canada basically said, like, we approved it for this, but not for that, and that. So
what the hell did they approve it for?
Apparently, and this is the part that I'm not understanding. What I'm pretty sure the deal is that I don't even know how to word this. Honestly, it's melting my brain trying to put it together.
Is it like topical? Like a mud mask, maybe?
The issue is that it's not topical, but that you
I'm saying what oh my god.
I know. It's like it's ass backwards. I think
so
that's it's almost say it.
It's almost like he bamboozled Health Canada, even to the point where they're like, all right, I guess, I don't know.
It was like, whoa, you can drink dirt, but why are you rubbing it on your boobs?
Yeah. We had we showed pictures in the last couple. Like, if you watch a couple episodes back, you can actually see we put pictures up of these crazy nut jobs, and it was pretty. Oh, you know what? Actually, I have one. I can pull it in really quick. Like, these are people. These are what these people are literally like. That's dirt. Like, that's actual dirt that she's put on her face. She's put on her tongue.
Yep.
Like that. She's ingesting dirt.
Oh, and they'll tell you. They'll actually tell you, oh, I had COVID and I couldn't get my sense of taste back. And then I did a tongue mask with my dirt, and damn, everything's back. Okay.
Yeah, wasn't this one didn't this one do something?
To a girlfriend, and this is somebody that's outside of the anti-MLM community, outside of just everything I was having a laugh with. And she said, did that stuff do that to her eyebrows? And I was like, no, Becky, but that was fire.
If you're going to be petty, be Tom Petty.
God, I love that woman.
Yeah, when the dirt is so good, you can use it as a face mask. There's the face mask. Brush your teeth with it. Take a bath in it. Drink it. Who needs multiple things when you can have one? And it's safe for kids, she says here.
It's not.
No, of course it's not.
It's not. For children or pregnant or breastfeeding women, it's actually been highly discouraged by Health Canada, but they just keep shoving it.
So let's get our kids involved.
Oh my God, these poor babies.
Yeah, remember this one?
The body language on that little girl is like, get me the out of here. Like,
okay, but okay, so you'll take her because you're a girl. I'm a boy, and I'm going to tell you what that kid's saying. What the fuck does my mom have me into now? Like, last year she was spreading oil on me. Then she was making me smell candles. Then I had to drink these green shakes, and now I'm putting my feet in mud.
Braxton,
you know that this is like,
come get your calendula.
Oh yeah. No, I'm just happy that the Health Canada has done something. Didn't they get a bunch of shipments seized at the border too? Like, so weren't they technically?
The FDA is not cool with this either.
And they're working on something. You've been speaking with somebody from the FDA. You and your group. Your group has also been speaking with like people from NBC who were doing stories on this, and like this is something that's going to crack open.
NBC was wise to this shit before maybe even we were, just because they had a laser focus on one woman in particular.
Tell me about her. Let's talk about that for a second, because you and I have a bit of a differing opinion on this one.
It makes me uncomfortable to a degree. And I understand where you're coming from.
That's okay. Well, let's let nobody knows what we're talking about, so let's tell them too.
Okay. So there's a woman, and she very unfortunately lost her baby at a very young age. I believe the child was less than a year old, and right, right. This would have been the next step if that child did live. So I'm not sure how I feel about this.
Okay.
So the autopsy came back, and there was a coroner's report done, and the death was due to co-sleeping. The woman actually rolled over and very tragically suffocated her child.
That's horrible.
Now,
That's just tragic. Like it's something that
I would never wish on another person.
Of course not. Absolutely
Never.
not.
I don't care what you've done wrong.
That's
I would
sad.
never wish that on you.
Yeah,
That's
horrendous.
horrendous.
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, it would
So at that
break the
point,
strongest of people,
it would
I agree.
probably make them go insane.
which she did.
What happened?
And I'm not trying to be derogatory towards this person, but it's
No, of course not.
What she has caused is the issue for me. So this woman claims that her baby died because it was vaccinated. Just it's regular shots. And again, when the actual report has come back that says, you did this and we're sorry, but you did this, and you're finding anything to just kind of cling on to, so it's not your fault. And it's like, I understand, like, that's crushing, but
And
you
so
can't
now,
blame something else.
but how did she get that in her head? What happened? How did she get to that point? Was she not somehow almost like a cult like recruitment? Didn't something like an occult like scenario occur?
So there's a couple of people that sell dirt or are brand partners or affiliates for the dirt company.
As
I don't
as
really
it's
give
Home
a shit.
Depot, it's
Yeah,
Lowe's,
right.
it's the Hamilton Builder Supply here in town.
Oh, coming to Canadian Tire
The
soon, I hear.
Hamilton Sod Company sells lots of dirt. Sorry. Okay, so
There's
yeah.
mountains of that stuff, and they're not even guarding it. There's not even
Okay,
a fence.
so she obviously had to get from one point to another, and what was it that made her think that all of a
There's-
sudden, even though she's vaccinated her baby, as a smart parent would do, now all of a sudden the vaccines killed her kid, and somebody put that in her head.
Well, she got sucked in by a group of people that told her, like, "Oh my God, this is obviously what happened, and we're gonna get you some help, and we're gonna
Okay.
set you up with a job where you can work from home, so that you can, keep fighting this fight, this anti-vaccine fight, and bringing awareness to this." And they signed her up to sell dirt and took her to therapy on their
Wow.
dime.
To their therapist.
And
And-
pushed the anti-vaccine agenda.
Oh,
The guy that personally picked her up and put her in his vehicle sells oil that is supposed to restore your virginity, and he recommends
Yes.
it to sexual assault survivors so that you can move forward in your life and relationship without feeling tainted for your current partner.
So he's a victim fisher. Like he fishes for victims that are vulnerable.
He's
to
lucky I can't
ro-
reach him.
Yeah, to rope him in. And Rob wants to know. Actually, that's a good question. This is my favorite part. Okay, how much was the dirt? And this is this is great.
A bag of dirt is $120.
But not a bag. Like not when you go to the Home Depot and buy a bag of dirt.
A
I
pouch
think
of dirt.
I might actually have a picture in here somewhere.
That's what I was gonna say. Do you have the actual measurement for it? It's funny. There's
I re-
actually somebody divvying up a bag and sending me a Ziploc of it right now, so we can do some funky tests.
Yeah, we've got some soil analysis connections that are going to help us out.
Yeah. So Roberta's divvying
can't-
up the boo.
I don't know where that picture of the bag went. I'm sorry, dear, but yeah, I can't remember. It was very small though. I think it was like 120 grams. Like those the packages. Remember the little pills? Like it came in a
Like
pill
the size
form
of your
too.
hand. Well, yeah, those are little tablets, right? But
Well, yeah, and
the
they put
actual
the tablets.
bag of dirt.
This is where they put the
is-
tablets.
Oh my God! It is 125 grams of dirt.
Yeah, so I was close. Okay, so imagine. Okay, so not that I don't know how I know this, but like if you were to like order like weed from like a dispensary and they give you that little bag, that little Ziploc bag, it looks identical to that little Ziploc bag. Like and it's 120
Oh,
grams of dirt.
yeah,
So
I know the bags you're talking about.
yeah, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
like
the
those little
sealed ones.
plasticky. Yeah, like
Yeah.
they're thick plastic with a Ziploc top or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, if you want to learn more about this entire story, watch the rest of like go back in our YouTube and you can see like there's like a 4-part series on MLMs. This one is really heavily included. And also go to deanblundell.com and check out Ashley's article that she wrote. It's there as well. It's under my name. So if you search my name at deanblundell.com, you'll find it, just because we haven't gotten Ashley set up yet quite right.
Everybody's
Yeah,
busy. It's cool. We'll get there.
that's kind of it. But yeah, $120 for a little
Yeah.
tiny bag of dirt when you can go and buy peat moss for like $4 for a big bag, like 10 pounds. All because somebody said they put vitamin C in it and then it's good for you.
We had a little bit of fun in the backyard one day with a sack of topsoil, Ryan and I, and the pictures were for private use only. Just because of something I was wearing
Oh
that's
God.
yeah, but it was absolutely priceless. I was pretending to just eat spoonfuls of dirt, and
Yeah.
you know, it,
I think
really quickly, I just want to point out that we've actually on Facebook started. I haven't even talked to you about this because I know your brain's gonna melt. You
oh
ready?
God.
There's another
Oh
Facebook
God.
group.
Oh
Yeah.
God. Like this is all she does now, guys. I swear to God, I lost my wife to dirt.
Yeah.
To dirt people.
You lost me
dirt,
to the anti-MLM community. That's what happened.
the dirt people stole my
They're
wife.
really nice. They're really
Yeah,
nice. They're taking good care of me. Very supportive. Don't worry.
That's good.
You just stick around, okay?
So tell me about it. What's this? What are we doing now? Like, is this going to be another podcast? Like, is it going to at least give me content for a podcast?
That's just it. Ryan's all about the content, and I understand.
That's
But
right.
I like to help people. In case you don't remember that, that's a big thing for Ashley. I like to help people, and injustices.
That's your job. Yeah, but you do that all day long at work.
I know. So let me do a little freelancing on the side.
Yeah, but you do it at work all day long. Like that's enough.
I know.
That's enough. You
So
don't need to help anybody else.
So we realized with the Boo is Woo Facebook group that we had, like
Yeah.
it was ridiculous. Like people just like came piling in. It's still coming, right? Like, we get requests daily.
Yeah.
We realized that there were a lot of people trying to get in that had actually eaten dirt and were pretty pissed. And we were like, like we can't let you in because like we're pro science, we're pro vaccine. Like we don't let people into the group that eat fucking dirt because
Mhm.
well, it's just going to start fights. Like we're here to debunk the bullshit. We're not here to fight with you, obviously. But then we
Right.
were like, well, I just read that. That's funny.
He's right because
sorry, Rob.
MLM does this. Every MLM robs people of their money and their spouses. And-
Honestly, God, if I start selling dirt, we can get a divorce. No contest from me. I won't.
No, I know this
I won't
hasn't
even
cost
screw
us any
around.
money, but it's cost a lot of time. So, what are we doing? How are we helping people, dear? What's going on?
Well, we had to start a Facebook group where the victims of this product could actually come to and maybe actually start a collection of folks who have had issues with this. Because how else are we going to report these people that are having like heart palpitations? And there's people that have been sick. There's somebody that's actually been, right. There's somebody that's actually been diagnosed with parasites since taking this.
Mm-hmm.
We need a place.
Oh,
to
you mean
get
they got parasites for eating dirt?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I don't want to. She's gonna help. She's gonna help get this out, and I'm really hoping that maybe there's like a class action in their future. That would be fantastic. Like these people have been hurt by
See,
a
I don't.
product, and we need to
The-
gather them together so that they have somewhere to talk and rally and report.
I understand why you didn't want to tell me now, and that's because you know that my job is to shit on people like this. And how am I supposed to shit on them with a good conscience while my wife is trying to help them.
See, we were asked.
You've literally scuppered this entire podcast now.
I love you. But it's like, and it's funny because we were asked, like, okay, the new group's going up. And like in the initial group chat, it was like the new group's going up. Who is willing to help admin this? And I said, I promise I'll be nice to the anti-vaxxers and shit. I was like, I'll be
Do
cool.
they know who your husband is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do they watch this show?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they let you do this?
Yeah. There was somebody that was actually involved with this MLM, and they wanted to come on the show. And the rest of the group even agreed. They were like, Ryan will literally shit down that guy's throat, and then we'll never be able to talk to him again because you'll drive him away. And it was like, yeah, no, he's probably not for my show.
Yeah. Wade
Thanks,
makes
guys.
a good point too when it comes to class action suits, and that's especially with a company like this. This guy's gonna funnel money. He's gonna find a way to go bankrupt if somebody
And
tries
that's
to
just
sue
it.
him.
That's
And he's
just
done
it.
it in the past, right? Like he's had other companies that have failed and just gone tits up, and nobody
All
knows what
mud
happened to them.
related. I would like to
Isn't-
point out. It
Shocking.
was just like loves mud. There's something really weird going on, and I think it was Golden Moor and New Water before it was Black Oxygen.
So they were all, and it was all mud related.
It's all about fulvic mineral. That's what is fulvic and humic minerals.
So keeping true to the Sheeple Shepherd mantra, is there any sort of benefit to a synthetically produced version of those minerals?
There's not a lot of research. It's really minimal. There are some people that are having great results, and I'm not saying that you're not having good results with a product. I'm just saying that if you don't know what it is, you can't recommend it to somebody else.
No,
You
but I
have
mean,
no
I'm
idea
not
what
talking
you're doing
about.
to
I'm not
somebody.
talking about with the dirt. I'm talking about with the actual mineral itself, not like a bucket of dirt. Like if they actually have they been able to actually like synthesize.
Oh yeah, you can go to a health food store and buy it in droppers and stuff. Yeah,
So
totally.
like a Saint John's wort or like
Yeah.
any sort of natural. So you can buy this stuff. You don't
Yeah,
have to eat dirt.
I've never heard of the humic being marketed anywhere, but I have seen
fulvic.
other fulvic acid supplements. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So there could be some sort of holistic benefit, and I'm not shitting on that, but because there's lots of natural not cures, but natural therapies and therapeutics that are legit and they're good
Things
and they
that can-
work.
yeah.
Like think about like
Remember your-
melatonin and
Well, I was gonna
and,
say,
like,
do you remember your toothache?
yeah.
What
What's
did
it
you put
called?
on your tooth?
Clove oil.
Clove
Got
oil.
clove oil.
Just as a
And a
little
little-
tide over before you could get actual medical
And
assistance.
little bit of ivermectin and make sure that
Oh,
worms
yeah.
stayed out of
Mhm.
it. Yeah. And
Totally. Yeah.
yeah, no, I'm
Throw some dirt in it.
I'm fascinated by the guy because he's a great salesman. He's a snake oil salesman to the core, and he's done very well at manipulating people and brainwashing them. So I understand the need to help people like that. And your friend actually, your friend said something here, and she's right.
Yeah.
She
usually is.
They have to, yeah, help the dirt cult victims, and you're right. And this is why you
They're
and I make a
victims.
really good. This is why we make a good husband and wife and a good podcast team, because I'll shit on them and you can clean it up. It'll be great.
Well, and this is just it. Like, I don't have a lot of sympathy at this point for the people at the top of this pyramid who are really pushing this shit and lying, but it's the
Mhm.
people that it's trickling down to that are going to get fucked for their
They're
money. And
See, and I was the first one to have that pang of empathy, and like I felt sorry for that lady that lost her kid and then blamed it on the vaccines because she was brainwashed into it, and that's who's
Absolutely.
getting victimized by stuff like this. And
but
if
at the
it's
same time, she can't go around spreading dangerous misinformation. You know what I mean?
she doesn't
About
know any
how-
better. She's
Right.
been brainwashed.
But then NBC writes a story about you, and you go, "Well, now I'm going to sue NBC." Like, obviously, you believe.
Of course you do.
You know what I mean? There's no.
Have you ever
getting
met a
around-
religious person, dear?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So it's dealing on the same lines of
And I know
somebody
lots
in
of nice religious people.
a vulnerable position, grabbing onto it, and running with it because they're being told that I am your savior. This is your savior. This is the answer.
Yep.
And that's all it is. I just did an article about this when it came to people that denied COVID. Your brain can't handle not having an answer to a problem. Your body is not designed to handle anxiety. Your brain is not designed to handle anxiety. It relies on your prefrontal cortex to give you quick shortcuts. And if they're not there and somebody's there feeding them in saying, this is it, even if it's the wrong answer, it's an answer and it's soothing that anxiety.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden people become crazy. Right. So it's sad. It's really sad. I do feel for them, but it's like shooting fish in a barrel. Duck à l'orange can suck a duck.
We have to send a care package. We have to send a care package of English treats to Florida. So you know.
Okay.
Okay.
And I hear they don't have all dressed chips.
Oh man.
The U.S. doesn't have ketchup chips or all dressed chips.
Yeah.
Ashley's made a lot of American friends in this little venture, and apparently we got a lot of things to teach them. So, listen, we've been at it for over an hour. We got to go. It's our first live show. I don't want to bore everybody. I don't want to keep everybody, sitting here thinking about dirt and craving. Now everybody's going to have that. Man, now I got to go outside and eat some dirt. Don't eat dirt. Go get vaccinated. How about that? You know what's better than eating dirt? Vaccines for COVID. So go get vaccinated. Let's get things back to normal. I love you. I'm just drawing conclusions so I can get the fuck out of here because I'm done with talking about dirt. And
I don't know if he loves me or everybody watching or what's going on, but like I love you too. Because I'd feel rude if I didn't say it back.
What else didn't they have? Oh, they didn't know what our bacon was. They said the Canadian bacon.
No,
bacon.
It was that I just wanted to confirm like when a Canadian person says I'm eating bacon, like, what do you think?
So you started this.
Oh, I started it.
Oh, you see, I'd like to apologize to our American viewers and our American fans for my wife and her ways and her antagonistic and aggressive Canadian views on bacon and chips. And
I literally made you a BLT tonight. Do you want to fight?
You did, and it was delicious with streaky bacon. I love you, dear. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Please subscribe. We want to be able because if we get enough subscribers, we can we can actually put like a name on our YouTube channel. And like, it's not just going to be awake. Like Lachlan.
He's awake.
Oh, there he is. Oh, hey, Lach.
Just past his bedtime. I'm all excited.
It's because it's when we were talking about it. I don't think he realized the time difference. I meant 8 p.m. Eastern. So it's only like 6, 7 o'clock.
He just had dinner. Yeah.
That's my friend Lachlan Cross from 95.7 Cruise FM in Edmonton. So we have Edmonton in the house. We have Florida in the house. Where's your friend Sierra from?
Kira.
Sorry, I thought it was Sierra.
Florida.
I
was just going to go Florida and you did it first.
Yeah, that's it. And so thanks everybody. I appreciate it. Make sure you check us out at deanblundell.com. I've got a couple of cool articles posted there. So does Ashley. And watch every day 3 p.m. live on YouTube at Dean Blundell, DeanTube. I think it's was that the name of the channel there? He has his named. I don't get mine named.
Oh. You should kvetch about it.
I'm going to
talk amongst yourselves.
Have a good night, everybody. We love you.
Don't eat.
Stay safe. Get vaccinated and stop eating fucking dirt. You can find the Sheeple Shepherd podcast hosted at deanblundell.com. We're also on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Anchor Spotify. Thanks for tuning in.